Welcome to Write Club PHX. Serious versus silly. Live, but something not legal. Let's bring up Miss Indya Renee with silly. I'm Alright, sorry, here we go. Miss Indya Renee with silly. Are you ready?
We're about to find out.
Write Club audience, are you ready? For the last and final time, here we go. Miss Indya Renee with silly in 3, 2, 1, begin.
So, what comes to my mind in relation to this word is when I think about all the times in my life when I had everything figured out, nobody or their advice was right. Back in the days when I had to absolutely have it my way, cruising down the highway, far away from change and better days, in the fast lane, going nowhere, chasing no dreams aimlessly. I was so blind, so green, but I could not see that everything I ever needed was divinely provided for me. I had gotten so far removed and stuck in my ways that I had abandoned and taken for granted anyone who loved and cared about me. Let every hope and ambition float away in the smoke and the insanity. I threw my loved ones down the never-ending bottom. I watched genuine love and concern shatter into fragmented pieces of heart and lost art into pen and paper of depressing-ass poetry and people who never should have mattered. Knowledge, wisdom, discipline, and respect eluded me, dancing around the ring of dismay, playing little girl games in a woman's body, too smart for my own good, too dumb to realize I didn't know anything about life, the world, or how to carry myself inside. What comes to my mind is how time after time I sold myself, selling myself short, trying to find love that can never be bought. Sometimes I just have to laugh. Because who the fuck does that? I have, and I'm not alone in that. It is absolutely ridiculous at this stage of my journey to continue to turn over in shame every day, tiptoeing in and out of my long-awaited grave, comparing myself as less than on a human scale of everyone else who's doing life better than me. But I battle with it every day. It's so fucking silly to me, but I still do it anyway. I can't help it some days. And yes, even though I made some mistakes and many crosses are held up by me, I was not made immaculately, and my parents are human and tainted equally. But when you learn better, you do better. A wise black woman wrote that. And the bird that once was her rose like the phoenix and flew to her freedom and never looked back, helping others along the way, sharing wisdom and knowledge to women who so desperately needed it like me, guidance to change our silly ways and ways of being and looking at things. And I think it's so dumb because, silly as fuck the way the government and the powers that be plays everyone. We are all doing our best to survive or get by, and some of us are out here living our best lives as the rest of us struggle on all sides. When we were born to thrive and we get stuck and shackled by chains mentally and financially, seeking for relief in so many ways. And it's silly to me. Heaven is inside you and it is inside of me. I just gotta sit back and laugh, mostly to keep from crying, because when I tune into the frequency of the divine, I find so much more to be grateful for about life, and I get the feeling that I have what it takes to keep on trying, striving. It's pretty silly how I wasted so much time. But I've been told that maybe all those failures, letdowns, angers, bruises, heartaches, and hang-ups were all a part of my destiny's makeup. So I can get to this place where I can laugh my past in the face, and because who the fuck does that? It's even silly to me, but I can see objectively that the things I've done I can't change, or what was done I may not be able to forget, but it is not who I am or choosing to be. It's embarrassing as fuck, because some people out there have seen me raw and uncut. I can never make up for the retarded shit I did when I was fucked up. You can try to use it all against me, but I will promise you this. I have done and said worse to myself than anyone ever could or anyone ever did. You can try and use it all against me, but I promise you this. I have said and done worse to myself than anyone ever could or anyone ever did. And that's hilarious, because honestly, I think I'm dope as shit when I come to think about it. I'm nice, funny, kind, loyal, loving, and easy on the eyes. Thick lips, thick thighs that can ride for miles, and swift with a pen, but that can be used as a blessing or a weapon. And I just haven't fully accepted the goddess inside me begging for attention. And I know deep down inside, I'm meant for so much more than low self-esteem and false pride, but goddamn, it's taking a long ass time. It's silly as fuck, but I lose sight of the power that I do carry inside. And laughter takes me back to the present moment. When I'm giving life all I got, I'm pressing forward, second by second, sometimes because I'm too determined not to stop. I gotta laugh. I gotta laugh at all the times I was getting caught up in trying to be somebody that I was not, you know? I didn't even know that's what was happening until I figured some things out. Growing up is a painful fucking process. It's like when you're trying to go number 2 for an hour and then boop, it finally pops out. That's what my awakening felt like. What the actual fuck? I mean, I remember the wildest things all the time at the most inopportune times. During my 9 to 5, the one that pays for my life, and I have somewhere to sleep at night because the lottery ticket that I bought was just not drawn right. They didn't pick the right numbers. So I'm starting to really get annoyed at the way that I realize how petty and jealous some women really can be. It makes my blood boil when you can hear the hate through their teeth while words coming from their mouth are pretending to be sweet. Men do it too, though, please believe. It's malicious, it's passive-aggressive, and it's silly as fuck to me. Why can't we just be nice humans to each other? Literally. Oh, and another thing that makes me think and reminds me of some silly themes are that in my opinion, there are 100 billion, cajillion, trillion, zillion paths that lead to God, the divine, creator, source, whatever you want to call it. However, wars and calamity are caused on the road by the travelers seeking higher connections, and they collide as they are traveling. Love and faith get pushed aside by fear and resentment. Everyone has the right answer to the question we all seek, and it's silly to me how the holier than thou have a right to demean when they are human, just like you and just like me. I find so much meaning in all teachings where God as spirit is leading and agape is healing, proceeding despite the fallible tendencies of all that are believing. One last thought is that is silly as fuck is it's pretty dumb that racism is so prevalent against people of color when literally we have all built this country from the ground up. Culture and taste came from our blood, and the sad part is we never set out to hurt anyone, but now that we are fed up of being abused and used up, we are the aggressive ones? I'm just mad at the fact that they hate us so much because we are different and our skin carries the melanin of ancient wisdom and intelligence. Don't tell me privileges aren't real if you're someone who is getting them. Silly as fuck to me, and I genuinely love every color, creed, race, religion, orientation, gender, or none. And now I'm not so naive, so now I know when I'm not welcome in a space because of my ethnicity. If I can't sit with you, you can't sit with me.
Come on. Yep.
So now I'm just rambling, and honestly it was bold to agree to do this when I haven't written in quite a minute. So thank you, Write Club, for the challenge, the space, and the opportunity. My silly poem is finished.
You're so damn fine, just the way you better shine on them, baby, you a star. You better